Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have an opening trap to share with you. This was played at the 2024 CrunchLabs Masters on the white end Fabiano Caruana, playing against Alireza Firouzja. Now, in addition to this opening trap, I'm also going to share with you an endgame trick. The opening trap we see in this game reminded me of the endgame trick. Now, this was a rapid game, only a 9-mover. Let's see where Firouzja goes wrong. Bishop is currently hit. Bishop f5. The b-pawn is now a target, defended with queen b6. C takes d is met with queen takes queen. If black simply recaptures, white wins a pawn. Alright, so it's first the queen exchange. White now has a half-open file. There's now a pinned a-pawn. And this is where Firouzja now goes wrong. He continues with bishop e4. Now, what's considered best here is bishop captures knight, with then the recapture on d5. And black has the healthier structure here. And as compensation for the fractured queenside, white points to the bishop pair. Now, what's the story here with pawn captures pawn? Like, why doesn't black just recapture on d5 here? Well, after knight c3, this is a pretty difficult piece to now tame. Black no longer has a pawn around to watch over these two jumps. Knight b5 into c7, knight d5 into c7. Not easy to handle this piece now. Keep in mind, any a6 moves are not really defending b5. This guy is pinned to the rook. Okay, this is a reason why bishop captures knight is a top move here before it gets out of control. Get rid of it. Black's idea in this game with bishop e4 is to recapture with the bishop, keeping this pawn around to watch over these squares, and maybe even once on d5 it targets b3. There's one big problem though. This is a very clever trap. White doesn't have to react to this threat on the rook, doesn't have to play f3, doesn't have to move the rook. The best move played in the game, d takes c6. Now, the rook is poison. Firouzja spent a couple minutes at this moment, had a brain cramp. He ended up capturing the rook here and then resigning just a move later. What's considered best here is knight captures pawn with f3 to follow. And white is simply up a pawn in this position. White's prepared to now meet bishop captures knight with knight takes knight. White's up a pawn here. What's the story with bishop captures rook? Well, let's see. Pop quiz, can you spot the final move of this game? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, white has sacrificed one rook, and now a second with rook takes a7. Black resigns. What are you supposed to do here? The best move is considered knight takes c6, allowing the rook to be captured. And white is just up a bunch of material here. Plenty of ways to continue. This is one of the ways. Even if this knight in the end is captured, doesn't matter, white's still up a few pawns. What's the story if the game continued with rook takes rook? Well, this c-pawn would sneak right by, and there's no stopping it. It will promote one way or the other. What's considered best? e6, allowing the knight to be captured, and then you just go hunting for the black king. Its mate in a handful from here. So this one went no further. After rook takes a7, we have a very quick defeat here. Resignation by Firouzja. This was also, keep in mind, one game from a mini match between the two. Firouzja would come back. He'd end up winning the match. So a little lesson here in resilience. Didn't let this 9-move defeat keep him down. Now, I also have a quick endgame trick to share with you. In this endgame position, white here on move can capture the b7 pawn. This is not a winning move for white. Black can move the king towards the queen side, preparing to track down this pawn. It would be losing if black captures this bishop. Why? Well, after a6, there's no way to stop this pawn either. So even though it is 2 steps away from promoting, the knight is not able to maneuver in time to stop the passed pawn. So this is a very special situation, a very special condition when there's a fianchettoed knight, a black knight on b7 or g7. When it's attacked by a passed rook pawn, that knight cannot stop the rook pawn. So you can stare at this for a little bit. No way to maneuver the knight to stop this pawn. That opening trap is what reminded me of this endgame trick. Anyhow, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care.